To create peace in the world, you must first create peace within yourself. The problems of today's world won't be solved without women who are empowered to be radical peace builders, starting with themselves. To enable women to find the transformation needed within themselves to be effective peace creators, a circle of sharing, self-reflection and listening creates an environment where we can be transformed into peace creators. Creators of Peace brings together at least 10 women in a circle to explore creating peace around 10 gathering points. Creators of Peace is celebrating 10 years of Creators of Peace circles. We are raising $10,000 to enable more women around the world to benefit from Creators of Peace circles in the future. What part can you play in multiplying the circle of 10?
On veut faire d'une Afrique intègre. L'intégrité commence par moi, Daphrose, moi la personne. Ce voyage que j'ai fait à partir de ça a été un voyage intérieur. J'étais dispersée, j'étais à 1000 morceaux jusqu'à cette époque. Je dis que j'étais disloquée. Et grâce à la démarche des artisans de paix, je me suis peu à peu réunifiée. Et je me sens en mesure maintenant de pouvoir, voilà, porter les autres.
Coming from a country that has been in turmoil for over 20 years has really showed me that the only way in which we can move forward is to create a space in which, despite of the struggles, suffering and conflict that one experiences, that we can actually explore a way to come out of the other end and see how we use that to our greatest strength and transform the life of someone else through our personal experience.
Des femmes artisans de paix, j'ai trouvé que ce processus qui est fait en 10 points, d'abord soi-même, et puis on accompagne les autres, on s'interroge, qu'est-ce que la paix? Les cercles de préoccupation. Qu'est-ce qui construit, qu'est-ce qui détruit la paix? Quelles sont les qualités d'un artisan de paix? L'écoute intérieure, l'écoute des autres, la paix intérieure, la demande de pardon, la dynamique de pardon, la paix mise en pratique et les engagements.
To have that opportunity to sit and converse and have a sense of what peace means to you and how you want to embed it and incorporate it or embody it in your own life.
At the end of it, it was like a sort of action where many women put their actions of what they will do, like what messages they will give to their children to avoid them from going into violence. Not only that, even after sharing with the women on the forgiveness, the following day, one of the women came and tell her experience with forgiveness that the same day. So I really saw the difference right away running the first circle.
During the Peace Circle, women were sharing their stories and were sharing deep things. As we discussed the forgiveness bit of it, I felt that for a long time I had carried a lot of bitterness. And so in my father's culture, when a man dies, all property belongs to a man. So they took away everything and my mom was left with nothing apart from me and her pregnancy. So, and we never saw them again in our life. So as we grew, she told us those stories, and so I developed a lot of bitterness towards them, resentment towards them. So I just hated them, and I hated my own tribe. I refused to speak my own language because I thought I didn't need to associate myself with such terrible people, When I shared with the ladies and I told them, look, I've decided I am going to forgive my relatives, I felt like I was letting go of something which was so, dear to me, and I was asking myself now, what's going to be my driving force in life if I let go of this bitterness that has been, pushing me to do things. And it was so painful. I cried a lot, but I think the more I cried, the more it got out of me. So I decided I would go and look for them, and then later we reconciled with them.
You can make a change starting with you. That with the seed, the small seed that you are going to plant in the seed of peace, how it will affect the environment, starting from your family to your community and then to the nation.
Creators of Peace is a space where true inner transformation can start to happen. And that is because we listen authentically to each other. And in that listening from inside, that listening to yourself inside, but also authentically listening to the other, you give the other the permission to be heard. Then a shift happens through which healing of a lot of pains and hurts can start to occur. And that it has shown to me, that power.
The Peace Circle is a very safe space where you can share and open your heart, where you can take a kind of power and to realize that you can do something and you can change things in you.
I live a very easy and comfortable life in Australia, and it's just totally opened me up to look at my own values and to connect with women. Very, very different backgrounds, different cultures, dealing with very different issues. But I think most deeply I love the sense of being part of I can feel like the world, and there's this big web and I'm part of it, and it's all as women connecting, like we're holding each other at some level.
When I talk about the violence in my country, it really touched me and I was crying, and then I realized that it was something so important for me that I wanted to do something about it, and to realize that I'm not that indifferent as I thought. Most of the times I felt with no power to do something, impotent to do something, and so this Peace Circle is a very simple tool, very powerful, that I can use. So I thought this is something that I can do myself. Yeah, so I feel empowered.
Creators of Peace Circles have taken place in over 40 countries around the world. Over 15 countries have asked for training and support to set Creators of Peace Circles to help them build trust, find forgiveness, and face their future with courage. One woman's contribution can help another 10 women begin their peace creation journey. Creators of Peace Circles are run by volunteers in local communities, with participants sharing resources to make them happen. Women in different parts of the world need additional help to run training sessions and support facilitators. Your gift of $10 could pay for a training manual in a local language. $100 would pay for transport for a facilitator, and $1,000 would help pay for a training course. What will you do to multiply the circle of 10?